Okay.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, good morning. All right, I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners motion to approve the March 24th, 2026 regular meeting minutes.
I will second.
Roll call, please.
Jill?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes. We have a proclamation this morning for autism.
Jessica?
Jessica coming back?
No, she's tied up on a few things.
Okay.
Like literally tied up, or is she movable?
Oh, she's
No.
busy.
You gotta ask, right?
She's at the front desk.
Mr. Prosecutor? Proclamation for World Autism Acceptance Day on April 2nd, 2026. Autism and humanity, every life has value. Whereas April is Autism Acceptance Month, a time to recognize the unique talents, strengths, and diversity within the autism community, where 1 in 31 children are autistic. And whereas autistic individuals deserve full inclusion, dignity, and respect, yet continue to face misunderstanding, discrimination, and barriers in education, employment, healthcare, community life, and
Whereas World Autism Acceptance Day is observed annually on April 2nd to promote global understanding, acceptance, and inclusion of autistic individuals, to highlight the need for continued support, advocacy, and recognition of their right to full and meaningful lives. And whereas in 1970, my birth year, by the way, it began as Autism Awareness Month. And in 1988, it gained national recognition. In April of 2008, the first official World Autism Awareness Day was celebrated worldwide. And
Yep.
whereas in 2011, the shift to acceptance reflected the call of autistic individuals and advocates for meaningful change, moving beyond recognition to true inclusion, acceptance, and appreciation for the extraordinary ways autistic people contribute to our communities and society. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Portage County Board of Commissioners does hereby proclaim April 2nd, 2026 as World Autism Acceptance Day, and encourages all residents to foster understanding, inclusion, and meaningful support for autistic individuals, celebrating their strengths and ensuring our community is one where every person is valued, respected, and empowered to thrive just as they are. In witness thereof, we have hereunto subscribed our names and have caused the great seal of Portage County to be affixed this second day of April 2026.
all right.
Good, when they come in. Nice. Okay, I got it. Thank you.
all right, Sean, you're up.
Okay.
Good morning again, Commissioners.
Good morning, Sean.
So I was asked to attend today's meeting and provide various reports on progress related to the Hills Pond Dam remediation project. One of the key items that I was asked to speak on is an update on our projections for the construction cost estimate for the work. I think, as you know, we've been working on design and permitting on a two-phase solution that would maintain the lake pool upstream of the county's property along the residential subdivision frontage, and then a second phase that would transition the existing dam to exempt status from ODNR's regulation. Currently, we're projecting a cost estimate for this work for the remaining task approaching $3 million. So that includes the construction of the improvements, That includes $128,000 of additional wetland mitigation credit purchase that the county is obligated to pay at the end of April. And then that would also include professional construction administration services for us to have forces on site observing and documenting the construction work to make sure it's performed according to the contract and would be accepted by ODNR upon completion. I was also asked to evaluate the cost for an alternative solution, whereas if the dam was removed and the lake was converted into a natural free-flowing stream. This was a alternative that was conceptually evaluated about 10 years ago, back in 2016. This would entail drawing down the lake in a controlled manner, dewatering the sediment that has accumulated behind the dam for a number of decades, bringing in earth and topsoil to construct a stream channel and floodplain. It's about 4,000 linear feet from the dam to Martin Road, and the lake covers approximately 30 acres. So you're looking at quite a large area that would require topsoil, seeding, to some degree, vegetation establishment. So we're obviously not scoped to do a full design, so we approach this on a concept level with a range of potentials, kind of a low end where if you did the bare minimum, secure the site, take out the dam, put back some topsoil and grass, versus something that could be more high end with some more decorative earthworks, more extensive vegetation, just to give you a scale of what we're looking at. I think that's what you're looking at here, just to understand what the differential is between the options. We're looking at 5 to 8 million for that concept.
I gotta talk. You know my feelings about this dam.
Yes.
We should have never purchased it to begin with. I have no idea what prompted this county and the people sitting up here at this table to buy that dam. I have no idea. And now in the times that we're in, and
I understand.
I'm not barking at you, I'm just saying, in the times that we're in, now we're expected, because we have this, and we had it, it's almost like building or buying a brand new car and never changing the oil or never doing anything with it. That thing has sat there. I've been out there 6 times. I have a folder, what is that, 4 inches thick, that I offered Commissioner Crawford to look at. I went through that twice, and it has everything. All communication from 1990 and on of who voted for what, who wanted what, why. And you know, I cannot find a purpose in that file of everything that deals with this dam as to why we needed that. And I just, the way that finances are and the way our country is now, and as conservative as we have been since I've been here, and I know Commissioner Bennett's been the same, I don't know how I can say we need to spend $3 million to fix a dam. I'm sorry. And once again, I'm not barking at you. I'm trying to make it after your analogy at the start. I have to jump in and make that statement that I'm not a fan of any of it.
I know, but unfortunately, we get dealt with prior decisions from
We
prior
got dealt with a
boards.
whole lot of it.
Yeah,
You're right.
and we're stuck. It's not an option of whether we wanna do something or not. We have to pick a pathway, and that's the bigger issue. We either have to remove it, or we have to improve it to the standards that'll pass, ODNR standards. I mean,
And I'm sure you're tired.
We've been at this for a while.
You sleep with this in your mind. I know you do.
But you know what really upsets me is the people who benefited from it the most want nothing to do in the share of this cost.
Yeah.
You know,
Well-
we have the fuel tank farm, we have the developer, we have all the residents. You know, at one point in time, I think, Chris, you proposed that they could make an association where they contribute to maintain it, and, you know, no one wants anything to do with the cost, but they all wanna, and we've got like, I think, 14 houses that actually are on that water strip? And it's very hard to take 3 million, much less 5 to 8 million, to benefit such a handful of people. But unfortunately, these are our two options. It's really frustrating.
Well, I'll
Yeah.
applaud Commissioner Bennett in years before me. I mean, they started they have a fund and they have some money
Mhm.
there to
We have
take
money.
care of it. But boy, that ask is just really, and you go ahead, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I had to put that out with the amount of money that we're speaking. I think it's time that the residents know what we're up against and how we feel.
And Michelle, what did we have set aside? Was it 2 million we had set aside for the DM?
2.5.
We had 2.5, but we have incurred expenses over
Yeah,
time.
I think it's down.
It's about
but-
2.3 right now, is what we have in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew it was a little, than what we had anticipated, but again, that's what we set it aside for. So we're looking now at another 500,000, another 500,000 to really knock out the project.
All right, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, points well taken. And I think it's good perspective that everybody has in terms of the big picture. And Commissioner, to your point, the reason that we're here is, again, for everybody's benefit, the dam is regulated by the state of Ohio. It is a Class 2 dam and it is deficient according to state standards. So that is why we were engaged years ago to help the county try to find a solution here.
Yeah.
So why don't they just take it over and say, okay, we'll just take that over and fix it?
That is an option. If you take no action, at some point ODNR does have the capability to come in and reduce the risk on their own.
Sure.
But you're basically giving up the ownership of the action at that point. You're
Oh,
waiting for them
no.
to step in, which I
Oh,
understand.
that's sad.
I understand.
I think it's important to note, they will then turn around and send us an invoice
Well, yeah.
for how they
They're not doing it.
wanted to
So,
repair it.
yeah.
They're not doing it in the
That
kindness
is-
of their heart
that
and
is
then
true.
keeping it. They're
That is
handing
true.
it back.
Well, it is Easter.
Cause I know there's an issue at Matador Reservoir, they have the same
Yeah.
issue
Yeah.
with the dam, and they wanted to know if we would be interested in taking water. I said, hell no. I said, we already got a dam that we have to deal with. I said, and it's a struggle, trying to get this taken care of. We definitely don't wanna, but they've got the same issue. And the city of Akron owns that.
Where is Hills? Where is this place? The dam?
So the dam is just downstream of Mogador Reservoir, and you can see it looking.
Off of
off the
532.
east side of
532,
532.
across from the church, kind of
Okay.
to the
We
west.
come down the hill.
Okay,
There's
thanks.
that big lake of water there. Yeah.
Good.
So we've been working under a scope to design the solution and obtain permits for the project. As I mentioned, we've been working with the Ohio EPA and the Army Corps of Engineers on a Section 404 permit for impacts to the stream and wetlands. Where the 401, the Ohio EPA portion of that permit has been issued. We're waiting for the Army Corps portion of the permit, which we expect at any time. That's what does trigger the wetland mitigation payment that is due at the end of the month. That payment is non-refundable, so that's something that the board needs to understand. There may be a short time period where if you decide to move in a different direction, that those credits could potentially be applied to a different project. that's something that would have to be discussed with the agencies. I can't say absolutely you can do that.
And
If
we
you,
have no more future projects to apply it to.
then if you make the payment, then that money is lost.
Yeah. And that was about 120.
It's $128,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you elect not to make the payment, then that's a violation of the terms of the permit, and then, you could lose the permit once it's issued. And if you decided to take up this project again in the future, you'd be starting that exercise over. It's about a 9 to 12 month process to obtain a permit, but when you look at the scale of $3 million for construction, it's a small issue compared to the overall scope of the project. Something that the board needs to be aware of that's coming due.
Have you personally talked to the Army Corps?
My team has.
Because I'm curious as to what their thoughts would be in the predicament that we're in. They have in the past taken over this type of thing.
For the folks that we're working with are in the regulatory program, so their focus is on impacts to wetlands and streams. That's not the Public Works branch or other portions of the Army Corps that would take on ownership and operation of a dam. So it's same agency, but wrong people within the agency.
So where are we at with the easements?
Since the last meeting, we have not had any additional correspondence with the adjoining property owner. One point I would make that in addition to the cost comparison between the two alternative solutions, with the current project, we have one easement that we need from the Testa Development Corporation. With the dam removal and stream restoration option, that would require an easement from Testa as well as at least 4 of the residential property owners that own frontage along the lake, as well as the city of Akron. They own 2 parcels that include a portion of the lake footprint as well. So there is a separate, larger easement discussion with that option that would need to be tackled. So I want to make sure that point's not lost. But circling back to the project that we've been working on and the easement discussion, we have not made any additional headway in those conversations since our last discussion. And Chris, I think that's accurate. Do you have anything else to offer at this point?
Nothing new yet.
So we are getting to an impasse here that it doesn't make a lot of sense to keep pushing forward with design costs and permitting if we don't have consensus on how we're moving forward and a clear pathway on the easement acquisition.
Well,
Exactly.
Chris, do you have any comments on this?
Well, I mean, bottom line, with the easement issue, if we can't come to an agreement, then you do have the power of appropriation, eminent domain, and before you can file an action in court, you have to negotiate back and forth by giving them a fair market value of that easement appraisal. So I think that's where we might need an appraisal before we can actually extend an offer to the other side.
Because we had all those properties appraised, because we needed an easement, I thought, from the property owners at once upon a time.
Yeah, that was an appraisal, but it included several of the properties, and this is just different. This is just for that access easement down to the pond through Mr. Testa's property. And approximately, it's not that long of a strip, so I think the appraisal value would be different than what it was 5 years ago when we did the appraisal on all those properties. So that's where we might wanna
It
think
wasn't
about.
developed, well, it didn't have roads and houses and.
And this parcel still is not developed. It only contains their detention basin, but I know that he has interests in potentially developing residential lots on the parcel. We haven't seen a plan of what that actually looks like yet.
Jill, do you have any comments, or what do you think?
My only question that I have right now is, if we went, as you mentioned, there's 2 options. We do the construction as originally discussed throughout the years, or, you know, we take the dam down.
Mhm.
With the, which is obviously much more, you know, $5 million more. My question is, with the first option where we do the construction, you know, what's the ongoing maintenance? Once we spend this $3 million, you know, what is there that we would be responsible for? Just the upkeep, maintenance of, and, you know, what does that entail? Is that anything that would be substantial in future years?
So I would envision limited maintenance, limited observation during a year. So it could be twice a year, it could be quarterly, just having somebody go out to the site, get eyes on the infrastructure, make sure everything is in place. The phase one portion is a steel sheet pile wall with a concrete cap surrounded by a large rock that goes across the lake. So that should stay in place. The rock is size that we shouldn't see significant movement. Maintenance on that option, or that portion of the project, should be very limited. At the existing dam embankment, the embankment would be lowered in certain locations. The trees would be removed and a grass cover restored. The existing concrete spillway that has the wooden boards across it, that would remain, but the wooden boards would be removed. That is what would lower the pool behind that portion of the dam.
Right.
And then there would be some concrete block armoring on the emergency spillway on the southern portion of the embankment that would be constructed. So for that portion of the project, we would envision maintenance would primarily be mowing the grass a couple of times a year, making sure that you don't have volunteer trees establishing on the embankment. We would suggest securing that property with some new chain link fence. So periodic maintenance on the fence, standard upkeep,
So-
those are the type of items you'd be looking at.
So basically, once this approximate $3 million would be spent on an ongoing, in the future, maintenance, cost should be relatively low.
Limited, yes.
Yeah, just maintenance.
But again, that's why we're partly here, because there was no maintenance being done on it. And that's why we're where we're at. Other than, I recall, years ago, we would occasionally have water resources go out there and lower the boards and stuff, you know, to control the waterway. But other than that, and then they would occasionally try to trim some trees that would grow up.
Yeah, I think there was a tree removal program that was performed in the late 2000s, maybe 15 years ago, plus or minus. You can see it on some of the historical imagery when the grass and erosion matting was installed on the embankment after the trees were removed. So what you see out there on the embankment, that's volunteer tree establishment over the last 15 years from seed that blows onto the site.
Yeah. So just like any asset or property we own, there'd be somewhat of a maintenance.
But nothing.
It's
Nothing drastic.
primarily
Yeah,
mowing.
nothing significant related to the actual dam, though,
Exactly.
it appears.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's by design, I think.
We wanted to keep it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We did not wanna have to go out there, put a beach in and
Right.
have to deal with all kinds of stuff.
So while we're talking here, you know,
One other question
go
before we.
ahead. Go ahead.
So the $128,000 is for the wetland credits?
It's 120 for the mitigation, the wetland.
128,000.
128.
Oh, I thought you said
128.
So for that, I mean, those need to be, if we decide to go this route, those would need to be addressed by the end of the month.
Correct.
And what is that process? Is that a relatively quick process, or is that something that we need to make a decision on here in the next week?
So the board has signed an agreement to purchase the credits from an established wetland mitigation bank. That paperwork was processed last fall. We have an invoice from the mitigation bank for the balance.
Okay.
So it's truly as simple as the board issuing a check to cover that
Okay,
invoice.
I just wanted to see if there was any other upfront time frame we needed to be looking at for those, if we go that route. Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry, because I thought at first you said 120 and then Jill said 128 and you said 120, so I'm sorry about
I'm sorry if there was
the
confusion, it's 128.
wetland mitigation.
I know there's a lot of thought here. The one other item that I want to point out is, you know, with these options we've presented, those are focused on exemption or removal of the existing dam. We have not been asked to revisit options to modify the dam, reinforce the dam so it remains regulated moving forward. That was not a direction that the board wanted to go 10 years ago, and that's not something we've been asked to revisit. I don't see that as being substantially less expensive, and then you would have a dam still on the roster and rolls with the state under their jurisdiction for perpetual maintenance. So I wanted to make sure that I was being transparent and wasn't skipping over that for your benefit. You know, that is a potential avenue, but that historically has not been something this board has been interested in pursuing, so I wanted to cover that.
May I ask for an executive session?
Yes.
Specific to the dam?
All right. Jill, you got that?
Alright, let me get it,
I
guys.
got it here.
All right, in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 121.22G3, the Board of Commissioners move into executive session to conference with an attorney for the public body concerning disputes involving the public body that are the subject of pending or imminent court action.
Okay, I will second.
Roll call?
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
All right.
When you're ready.
I don't understand.
Oh, nothing.
What does that mean?
motion to exit out of executive session.
Okay, I will second.
Roll call?
Jill?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes, with no action.
Thank you.
Anything else there, Mr. Sean?
That's all for today. Thank you for your time.
Oh, thank
Thanks,
you.
Sean.
Thanks for coming in. Chris, always a
Chris.
pleasure.
Have a nice week.
All right, you too.
Happy Easter.
Yep, you too.
We're ahead of schedule. Woo-hoo.
Take care, Sean.
Does anybody have a problem with taking about a 25-minute recess?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Do we need to take a 25-minute recess, or do we have Jackie? Is Jackie not here?
I'll go grab her.
You got a problem?
I don't have a problem.
Okay.
Do you need to take a break?
No,
Okay.
well, just she's not here, so.
I'll go grab her.
Okay. Yeah, we got quite a bit. Just keep this agenda moving.
Oh, there she is.
There she is. She wasn't far.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Okay, so I have two discussion items this morning. One is just a review of the OSU extension contribution for this year. We discussed it a little bit last week and then decided that we wanted to get some more information before we made a decision
Did
on
we
the
get it?
contribution.
Yeah, I have an update on that. So I've been in contact with them. They're getting the information for me. I have not received it as of yet.
Okay.
And the reason I'm asking is I just wanna look at their other resources that they have. I wanna look at their whole budget. What they gave us is basically what the commissioner's budget piece is.
Yeah,
And I
they're-
wanna look at the whole,
Mhm.
you know, for this year, we're already, you know, within the year, so I can't imagine that we would pull back funding, but, you know, just to take a look at it for next year as.
Yeah, they get
You
a
know,
lot of their
them-
funding from the state.
Right, so, you know, as we move to being, you know, as
No,
always
I
looking to be
think it's a good
fiscally
idea.
responsible, you
Yeah.
know, I think we
Mhm.
might need to pull back next year and, you know, if we need to, you know, maybe start having those discussions this year so they're aware of it. So that's why I want to look at the whole budget. So,
Okay, so we'll wait till we get that.
Wait till we get that
Yeah, okay.
information. Okay.
thanks, Jackie.
So I will put that on probably for next week and we
Yeah,
can
hopefully,
keep in
yeah, I'll
touch
let
as-
you know, when I hear back from them. It
Okay.
sounded like hopefully I would have it soon.
Okay.
And then ARPA.
All right, so second discussion item, it's about the ARPA food pantries. So just wanted to bring a quick update on what's going on with those. And just as a high-level refresher, there's two different segments going on right now. So originally we had 12 contracts with food pantries.
Yeah.
Now there are 9 still existing contracts, and 3 of those contracts then were transferred into food credits because those pantries decided they didn't want to deal with the administration so much, they just wanted to distribute the food. So they transferred their allocation into credits at the food bank. But since then, of those 3 that transferred to credits at the food bank, one of them has completely spent down their credits, and the other 2 decided to terminate their contract. They just didn't have the capacity to distribute the food, so they felt that they would terminate their contract so they could open up credits to all the Portage County food pantries.
Yeah.
So that's what's going
That's
on with the
good.
credits right now, is it's really just a pool of the combination of those 2 that terminated their contract. It's a pool of credits for the food partners, Portage County Food Partners, and
Yeah.
Akron Canton's working with them.
That's specific to, cause did they give us like a report or anything? I mean, I know they they came in and gave the presentation on how this would work and stuff, but do they ever like give us any reports without us asking? 'Cause
They've occasionally given an update, but I'm meeting with them this afternoon, so I can get that update
So I
of
would like to hear from them. I
of
mean,
what's been distributed and where, and yeah, they can give us that.
where the greatest needs are and stuff. I'm just curious.
And then there's 9 existing contracts still.
Yeah.
3 of those are spent down to 0, which is good. 5 of them are mostly spent at about 85 to 90%, so they're doing good because they have 90 days left.
Get it out before the end of the year.
Yeah, and there's one that's kind of, I think, struggling to spend, but we're checking in with them, with our consultant, Julian and Grube, just to see what we could possibly do to help them along, or,
Put it in the bucket.
or if, by June 30th, it'll have to go, into the bucket
Yeah.
of
'Cause I was
credits.
gonna say, I thought there was a June 30th deadline that they needed to have it all spent.
Mhm.
And if not, it was gonna go into the bucket.
Right, so after
The
June
food
30th,
credit.
once we've determined what funding from the contracts is available, like June 30th, we'll close all those contracts. And then if there's any funding available, then we'll increase our contract with Akron Canton Regional Food Bank, and that will open up those credits for them to use in the same manner, just for any Portage County partners. And I'm having a meeting this afternoon with Akron Canton Regional Food Bank and Julian and Group, so we're all on the same page,
Yeah.
as far as what we're communicating, like internally to the people that we've contracted with, but also what Akron Canton is communicating to their partners. And there's some overlap there, a lot of them, are the same.
And the reason I wanna hear a little more details about the food distribution is because before, the whole reason we were here was because they said that they were limited on what things they were offered, that they could get, and that's why they wanted to control it locally. But then we turned around and gave it to the food bank. So I'm just curious to hear how, are we really distributing food, or they distribute a lot of other things? What exactly? And I thought we earmarked it specifically for food, but I do know they have other things that they can use it for, so I'm just
Yeah,
curious.
It should be
Just-
mostly food, but
Yeah.
I'll check into that.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe I should back it up and clarify. They had less food items, but more like essential items and stuff, and.
Oh, like toiletries and things.
Yes, and that was one of the issues. The stuff that they were needing, they didn't necessarily have. So I'm just
Okay.
curious to see what the distribution is looking like.
Okay, they'll have that data, I'm sure, I'll get that
Yes,
for you.
yes.
So yeah, I'll meet with them this afternoon and we'll just clarify, and that way
Okay.
we can also make sure that our contractors that have, done their due diligence and spending down their contract know that those credits are available to them now too.
Yeah,
Once their contract is spent, they can actively seek those credits at the food
because
bank.
the ones that really went through the money was like the Ravens pack, they still have a little bit left, but also the Ben Curtis, the Birdie bags, they were like running out of money.
Yeah, so I think RSA Food Shelf, Family and Community Services, Streetsboro Community Pantry, they've gone through their whole allocation, so. Okay, so I will bring back an update on the food distribution too, after I meet with them today.
Okay.
Okay?
Anything else?
That's all I've got.
Yep.
Okay.
Could I ask who you are? I didn't get your name.
Jackie Petty, I'm the finance director.
Jackie Petty.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we'll start with journal entries. I'll make a motion the Board of Commissioners authorizes Commissioner Mike Tenlin, President of the Board, to sign the Ohio Small Business Development Center Program certification of cash match to Summit Medina Business Alliance for funding cycle January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2026. Documents reviewed by the Department of Budget and Financial Management.
Okay, I will second.
Roll call.
Jill?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
I'll make a motion the Board of Commissioners agrees to sign the lien release for property at 9129 Maple Grove Road, Wyndham, Ohio 44288, instrument number 200217188, as part of the Portage Housing 2 project. Documents presented by Neighborhood Development Services and reviewed by the Department of Budget and Finance with no exceptions noted.
Okay, I will second.
Roll call.
Jill?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
I'll make a motion the Board of Commissioners agrees to sign the lien release for property at 6309 Bridge Street, Ravenna, Ohio 44266, instrument number 200217188, as part of the Portage Housing 2 project. Documents presented by Neighborhood Development Services and reviewed by the Department of Budget and Finance with no exceptions noted.
Okay, I will second.
Roll call.
Jill?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
In accordance with section 305.30K of the Ohio Revised Code, and this board's resolution 21-0396, and this board's resolution 21-0878, the Board of Commissioners acknowledges and approves the county administrator's approval to. I'll make a motion to direct the auditor's office to pay, process the March 26, 2026 bills, ACH payments, wires, journal vouchers, and then announce as applicable contingent upon the verification of the reports as presented by the county auditor and reviewed by the Department of Budget and Financial Management.
I will second.
Roll call.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
I'll make a motion to process the March 26, 2026 budget amendments as reviewed and recommended by the Department of Budget and Financial Management.
I will second.
Roll call.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Okay, resolutions. Make a motion to amend resolution 26-0137, general fund fiscal year 2026 annual appropriation measure to add appropriation for a grant.
I will second.
Roll call.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Make a motion to create Fund 4274, Mahoning Road resurfacing.
Okay, I will second.
Roll call.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Make a motion to create Fund 7237, Workers' Comp Prospective Rating 2028.
I will second.
Roll call.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Make a motion to transfer from Fund 0001, General Fund, to Fund 1410, Public Assistance.
I will second.
Roll call.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Make a motion to transfer from Fund 1415, Child Welfare Special Levy, to Fund 1410, Public Assistance.
I will second.
Roll call.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Make a motion to accept grant funds from Ohio CASA GAL Association for the Advanced GAL Guardians Ad Litem Excellence in Child Custody Program on behalf of Portage County Domestic Relations Court.
I will second.
Roll call.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Jackie.
Thanks, Jackie.
Into internals.
Michelle?
Ready? Michelle, you're up.
So I didn't see anything that stood out, but if you have any questions, I am happy to assist.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good too. All right, get started. I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners agrees to enter into an amendment number 2 with Northeast Ohio Consortium Council of Governments on behalf of the Portage County Job and Family Services for comprehensive case management and employment program.
I will second.
Roll call.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Make a motion, the Board of Commissioners agrees to accept the proposal of American Structure Point, Inc. and enter into an agreement for providing professional construction administration services for the project known as the Ravenna Road Bridge Replacement.
I will second.
Roll call.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Make a motion, the Board of Commissioners authorizes the extension of contract time for project number RV-023-150, Barronwood Pump Station Improvements in the Portage County Regional Sewer District, Portage County, Ohio.
I will second.
Roll call.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
I make a motion, the Board of Commissioners authorizes the general sewer agreement for sanitary sewer improvements to Rosalind Drive Sewer Extension, Fabula, Portage County Water Resources Department, project number RV-025120P.
Okay, I will second.
Roll call.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Make a motion, the Board of Commissioners authorizes the general sewer agreement for sanitary sewer improvements to villas at Boulder Creek, Portage County Water Resources Department, project number ST-426-020P.
I will second.
Roll call.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Make a motion, the Board of Commissioners authorizes the extension of contract time for project number RV-023-160, 2024 sanitary sewer maintenance program, Ravenna, and the Portage County Regional Sewer District, Portage County, Ohio.
I will second.
Roll call.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Superintendent, we're running a little early. We appreciate you coming in.
Thank you for
Do
having
you
me.
want to step on up here?
Come on up.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Make yourself at home.
Appreciate it. Well, I've come to you again. I know that my business manager was here a few weeks ago to show you some of the details, but proposing a land swap between the commissioners and the Ravenna School District. The land would be 11 acres in the northwest corner of our property on Chestnut Street, butting up to the hospital as well as the woodlands. And then our property would be West Main School, which is located on about 2.5 acres in downtown Ravenna on Prime, or on Main Street there. It covers a whole block between Main Street and Spruce, and would be available for whatever your needs be downtown, close to the courthouse. As we've all taken a look at the map, the 11 acres are landlocked currently between the hospital and the school, with no access since the road from leading down to the woodlands and the VA are now being maintained by the city, I believe. So this land is sitting still. We're looking at some proposed long-term building plans down the road, hopefully, to include a one-campus situation, and we felt like the land there would be valuable to our expansion. If I can
Okay.
answer anything, I surely would be able to.
You have questions?
No, I just, well, we took a tour of the, West Main building, and, you know, I think there's a lot of work to do there.
There is.
To get it up to anything that would be usable by the county. You know, if the parcel was offered, and the building was already demolished, maybe that would be, you know, something I personally would be interested in from the sports perspective, but at this time, I'm not interested in that.
Okay.
Yeah, again, because of the price tag, we would have to demolish the building.
Sure.
In order, and the price tag, is about, I think, 3.1 million to just take the school down.
I think it's probably closer to 2 in our estimates, but
Oh, okay, cause I thought you had shared it might be close to 3.
it's probably closer to 2.
And so, having said that, the interest may not be there now just because of our financials. But at the same point in time, I am still interested in working with you on the 11 acres. Because, you know, the cost of construction, we just had someone in, you know, going up. I still think we're probably gonna have to try and buy something that's existing that we can renovate just to keep costs within range. It all depends. But, I still would be interested in working with the school district for the 11 acres that is landlocked. And the only people that would have any interest in that would be either the houses clear in the front, the back side, or the side of Woodlands, or, it's not the veterans, I think it's Coleman Adult Day. And I can't imagine any of them wanting to acquire that property.
Sure.
And I know I had spoke with, UH, and, you know, right now, it is not part of our master lease, so we could do with it what we want. They do pay, I think it was like $11 or something a half for special assessments, and they said, if we're willing to take the assessments for like less than $25 a year, that they have no problem, with us, you know, entertaining, the school district for that 11 acres. And I don't know how Mike and Jill feel on the 11 acres.
Oh, go ahead, Mike.
Well, I have to agree with Jill in the building part of it. I don't think we need to acquire something we gotta immediately drop money into to get rid of.
Sure.
But I too, as Commissioner Bennett indicated, I too am interested in providing that 11 acres to you folks.
That would be great.
Because your guy that came in a couple weeks ago did an outstanding job explaining everything, and then you as well giving us a tour and showing us around. But
Yeah.
I just don't think we're ready to jump into something like that.
Okay.
But I'm willing to sit down and discuss the possibility of selling that to you. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm in agreement with the 11 acres too, to look at that and see what our process needs to be. I'm thinking we would have to put it out to bid because of the adjoining parties. I'm not sure, so that would be something we'd have to look at.
No, Chris said that,
Yeah.
no, because it's
Uh.
another, political subdivision
Oh,
the schools
does
are
it take
considered.
precedence?
It would be between us and them, and again, as county commissioners, we wanna see the betterment throughout the county. We don't have a specific, area that we concentrate on. We are focused on the betterment of the county as a
Sure.
whole. And that being said, I surely understand, you know, how having all the schools on one campus, other than maybe you said pre-K or something,
We're not
but
sure.
who knows with that, would be a benefit, to the community and to the school and cost savings for you guys.
Sure.
Because you're going to the same place versus 5 different stops throughout the county. And, you know, it was just in the headlines today, you sold the old Tappan building.
We did.
And so, will you have enough? I know the state is giving you quite a match. Are you guys in a position that you will have your match to move the project forward? Because it's my understanding, you need to move it forward sooner than later.
Decision needs to be made by mid-April, April 15th. We have a board meeting on the 7th to discuss it. No decisions have been made yet, but we believe that we'll be able to match it with the funds that we already have existing, as opposed to going back to the taxpayers for new money.
Yeah,
So, you know,
which is good,
When the
and you guys
state-
have done it right. I mean,
when
yeah.
the state matches you at 73%, or-
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
or,
the
I'm
state
sorry,
match
76%.
76%,
Hard
that's,
to turn around.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
hard to,
when we
to
built the
pass
high
that
school, it was 53%,
Mhm.
and so
so this is
So-
we
quite,
got,
quite,
yeah.
And
Quite a
it'll be
gift.
good- And it'll be good
Yeah.
for, I think, the district.
It will be a cost savings eventually, as well as you've toured the buildings and know how
Yeah.
hard it is to take care of old buildings. You know, it's a lot of
Yeah.
money for
You're
us
in
to.
one, a
Yeah.
money pit.
I understand this building.
Well, let us look on our end what we need to do
Okay.
to move forward.
And then
I
we'll come
appreciate
up with
that.
a
Yeah.
proposal
Yeah.
and see, but I think it'll be fair. I mean, like you said, it is landlocked. It would definitely further the educational component for our county seat, which is Lagana.
Yeah,
think
you're a
more
city, but
companies-
you're still in the county, and we wanna help any way we can,
Well, I appreciate that.
so.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do what we can, and, well, obviously, we're gonna have to move quick,
Yeah.
so that's gonna cost you.
Yeah. That's fine.
A dozen donuts.
There's a little extra for that.
We can talk.
But I
Sure.
think we will be able, I mean, just because of our finances, you know.
Yep, I understand.
Anything we can try to make money, but like you said, it's not, in my opinion, it's not gonna have a huge value. But if we could get something versus nothing, you know,
Okay.
I think
And
it'll be reasonable.
I'll have to obviously see what we can afford and
Yeah.
moving forward, as I said, we're trying to do this as lean as possible
Well,
without
sure.
taxpayers having to pay
Having to do
the
it.
brunt of it.
And we
at all.
technically have already paid for it once,
Mhm.
you know, but.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Oh, thanks for coming in,
Appreciate
we
it.
appreciate you.
Alright, so Ben, when do you wanna reach back? We probably need to set a guideline here, our timeline, because you need, Michelle,
I mean, my board is meeting on 7th, so that's gonna be before your next meeting.
yeah,
Which won't work, but,
Well, you can get a feel as to what you folks are willing to do,
yeah,
and that way you'll have an idea.
yeah, and come back, and
'Cause
we'll
we'll just
try to
play it.
figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll work
We'll
with
just
you,
play it.
okay,
yeah.
yeah. Let me know, thank you.
Were we waiting for someone on this?
Nope, you're looking at him. The county government.
Let's present another proclamation for the county government month. Proclamation recognizing National County Government Month 2026. Whereas the nation's 3,000 69 counties, serving more than 330 million Americans, provide essential services to create healthy, safe, and vibrant communities. And whereas counties fulfill a vast range of responsibilities and deliver services that touch nearly every aspect of our residents' lives. And
whereas Portage County and all counties take pride in our responsibility to protect and enhance the health, well-being, and safety of our residents in efficient and cost-effective ways. And whereas Portage County and the County Commissioners Association of Ohio encourages our fellow citizens to become engaged and aware of services provided by county governments throughout Ohio. And whereas the nation is celebrating 250 years of independence this year, and counties have a long and rich history of serving residents, now therefore it be it.
Resolved, we appreciate the dedication and hard work of the county workforce who deliver critical services to the people of Portage County. And be it further resolved that the Portage County Board of Commissioners does hereby proclaim the month of April as National County Government Month. In witness thereof, we have hereunto subscribed our names and have caused the Great Seal of Portage County to be affixed the second day of April 2026. So thank you to all of our employees.
And everyone, for the betterment of the county.
Excuse me.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
cheese.
Hey, it's our picture day today.
Oh, still got
Okay.
more to go.
I know.
Oh, like what the heck? Oh, discussion. For Miss Michelle.
You ready for me?
Yes.
Okay.
Step on up.
Alright, sure. So in celebration of County Government Month, I'd like to recommend to the board to offer 1 day of paid time off for our team members in the form of an Employee Appreciation Day, which may be used as one floating day of paid leave at their request.
And does not create overtime. And is at the discretion of the department or the supervisors, correct?
Correct, and you will see a journal entry
Yes.
that really spells it out
Mm-hmm.
completely, the dates, no overtime. But I do think it's very important, and I know this board supports every county team
Yep.
member. So it would be ideal if the other county elected officials would join the board and
Yeah.
give their employees a day.
But it's at their discretion.
And if it's, we've tried the barbecues and the hot dogs and
Yeah.
the other
And
things.
the little tchotchkes.
People just, not all can participate. And-
No.
And that's a shame. So, I'm totally in favor of doing.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep, and I appreciate their times and effort, and I think that they appreciate that extra day, and,
They
and,
do. We
Yeah.
get a lot
glad
of
to
great
give that to
feedback.
them.
Can I get one of those?
Sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me know what
Okay.
day.
Appreciate it.
And let's see, it's 10:45.
Yeah,
Do you wanna do
let's go to
miscellaneous?
miscellaneous, rock that out.
All right, miscellaneous. I make a motion, the Board of Commissioners acknowledges receipt of the March 20th, 2026 certificate of county auditor that the total appropriations from each fund do not exceed the amended official estimates of resources as presented by the Portage County Auditor's Office received on March 20th, 2026.
I will second.
Roll call,
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners acknowledges receipt of the kennel disposition report and intake report for March 9th, 2026 through March 15th, 2026 as presented by Chief Dog Warden David McIntyre, received on March 20th, 2026.
I will second.
Roll call,
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners acknowledges the correspondence dated March 9th, 2026 from the Ohio Department of Taxation showing the status of reappraisal in the various counties and the tax year in which the next reappraisal and the next triennial update of real property taxes shall be completed.
I'm sorry.
Received on March 20th, 2026.
I will second.
Roll call,
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners acknowledges receipt of the March 23rd, 2026 Certificate of County Auditor, that the total appropriations from each fund do not exceed the amended official estimate of resources as presented by the Portage County Auditor's Office, received on March 23rd, 2026.
I will second.
Roll call.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Make a motion, the Board of Commissioners acknowledges the March 26, 2026 corrected memo from Faith Lyon and Teresa Nielsen, Portage County Board of Elections, see attached, including a list of extended hours for voting and training sessions for the upcoming primary election on Tuesday, May 5th, 2026. Training sessions will not be open to the general public. End times are approximate, and note, all hours listed in the attached correspondence will be covered by the Portage County Sheriff's Office.
Okay, I will second.
Roll call.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
I'll make a motion in accordance with the ORC Section 325.07. The Board of Commissioners acknowledges receipt of the Portage County Sheriff's Transporting Report for February 2026 as presented by the Portage County Sheriff's Office, received on March 24, 2026. Additional supporting documentation available upon request.
Okay, I will second.
Roll call.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Make a motion in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code Section 325.07. The Board of Commissioners acknowledges receipt of the monthly record of proceedings and transactions for February 2026, presented by the Portage County Sheriff's Office, received on March 24, 2026. Additional supporting documentation available upon request.
Okay, I will second.
Roll call.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners acknowledges receipt of the kennel disposition report and intake report for March 23rd, 2026 through March 29th, 2026, as presented by Chief Dog Warden David McIntyre, received on March 30th, 2026.
Okay, I will second.
Roll call.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
I'll make a motion in accordance with Resolution 23-0308 and 23-0589. The Board of Commissioners acknowledges the March 30th, 2026 correspondence to Kate Church and Commissioner Mike Tinlin regarding the submission of an online OPWC disbursement request number 1 on behalf of the Portage County Water Resources Department to design consultant American Structure Point, Inc., and the amount of $42,967.47, and to PCS Manaway Plant Headworks Improvement Fund 5324.
Okay, I will second.
Roll call.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
I'll make a motion, notwithstanding and as an exception to section 23D1 of the Board of Commissioners Personnel Policy Manual, each Commissioner's Department Director is authorized to grant 8 hours of paid leave to full-time employees and 4 hours of paid leave to part-time employees. Paid leave in honor of Employee Appreciation Day. It is to be requested and used by the last pay period of December 2026, pay period number 27, covering dates from December 7th, 2026 through December 21st, 2026, using pay code number 570. Employee Appreciation Day may be used as one floating day of paid leave on a date requested by the employee and approved at the discretion of the department director. Employee Appreciation Floating Day of paid leave is waived if not used and cannot result in overtime. Employees must be actively employed by April 1st of 2026 in order to receive the Employee Appreciation Floating Day. Elected officials are encouraged to join in the celebration of county employees by approving the same floating day paid leave.
Jill, could you reread that? Mike was coughing
Yeah.
in my ear.
Yeah,
I cannot hear.
You know what?
I had a
I'm
tickle.
just kidding.
Can you go ahead and just do that for me?
I had a tickle. and I
I'll
missed it.
second.
Roll call.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
All right, on to the resolutions. I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners agrees to appoint Jason Young to the Portage County District Library Board of Trustees.
I will second.
Roll call.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Jill,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners agrees to appoint Bridget Tipton to the Portage County Board of Building Appeals.
I will second.
Roll call.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Jill,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners agrees to appoint Lori Kelsey to the Tax Incentive Review Council for Suffield Township.
Do we know her?
I think I've heard of her before. I'll second.
Roll call.
Give me first.
Jill?
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
I apologize.
No, you're fine. I'll make a motion in accordance with ORC 303.61 and 303.62. The Board of Commissioners agrees to determine on a case-by-case basis whether to prohibit utility facilities.
Okay, I will second.
Roll call.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners authorizes the issuance of a county procurement card to be held in the name of the Portage County Law Library and also being issued in the name of the law librarian Alexandria Reckner to be used for work-related expenses in accordance with section 301.29 of the Ohio Revised Code and the Portage County Procurement Card Policy for Department Number 908.
Okay, I will second.
Roll call.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners agrees to amend resolution number 24-0384, changing the department coordinator from Tammy Saltis to Sarah Hope.
I will second.
Roll call.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes. Mike.
Yes. Very good, Jill.
Well, thank you.
Nicely done. Well,
We may have to recess for a while.
No, I don't
Nothing
want
else
to.
you can- Oh, you don't want to?
no,
I
I'm
wanna
gonna
go to
sing and
recess.
dance.
I wanna go to recess and play.
I wanna sing and dance. Do you have anything else right now, Ms. Administrator?
No, sir.
I do not, sir. Thank you.
All right.
I'm good.
If everybody's good, we'll recess until
10:40.
10:45. Dr. Kelly.
Either
Jo
or,
Jeffries.
Kelly Jo, it doesn't matter.
Dr. Kelly Jo.
Okay, we're back from recess.
Great.
All
Our
right.
favorite person, Job
Aw.
and Family Service Director, Kelly Jo Jeffries.
I'm gonna remind you that you said that
Hi.
on this date, on this time.
I can't take it away now.
I absolutely took note of that. Sabrina.
So I have just a few items on my open agenda. I'll start with our data report and highlight some things that I think have differed from the last time that I've come, or just some things you might have questions on. In the Public Assistance Division, under the section of the Customer Service Center on page 2, we did see a slight decrease in the total amount of calls that came into our call center, from about 3,500 in January to 3,200 in February, but we did see more people come into our lobbies, which is fine. The point of contact, so those are individuals that when people come into the lobbies, if they want to see somebody, they can ask and they come out. So we also saw more people requesting some in-person assistance, but just, I
But
mean,
you
not,
know what?
yeah.
February's a shorter month. January's a longer month, and February's the shortest month.
good
So
point.
you'll lose dates.
Yeah. Very good. On page 3 in Ohio Means Jobs, I don't know, I know months back, years back, I've given all of you the acronyms, but I just wanted to highlight the number of active ITAs. Those are individual training accounts. And we use adult and dislocated dollars for individuals that become unemployed, relevant to a loss of employment or underemployed. And so I just wanted to highlight that. It's pretty consistent. We've had some droughts of funding, but usually people are applying for training for to get their CDLs or nursing assistant programs. So I just more than anything wanted to make sure I highlighted what an ITA is. Workforce just continued a little bit, but under the CCMEP program on page 4, we still have pretty consistently about approximately 200 individuals that are between the ages of 14 to 24 working with the comprehensive case management team. And if you drop down a couple lines, it talks about those members that are in school and those that are out of school. So we have 134 that are still in high school that our case managers are serving, and then we have 62 that either are no longer in school because maybe they withdrew or dropped out, or they're over 18, between the 18 to 24. So that team really does serve a pretty large group. Fortunately or unfortunately, we just had some team meetings this week. We don't see an increase in more dollars related to CCMEP, so as the need grows, our funding unfortunately stays the same. So we're doing more with less. But I just wanted to highlight those numbers. And then on page 5 in our Child and Adult Protective Services, actually I'm going to back up, Benefit Bridge. That was on the top of one of my pages, so I lost it. So we have 14 people that are active in our Benefit Bridge program. It continues to be successful for those that were able to continue to serve. Again, unfortunately, we had a reduction in some of the dollars to serve those without children, but we still persevere. The story that I'm gonna highlight just briefly is that we had a single mom that enrolled in the program in December, late December 18th, and we were able to support her to get full-time paid employment. She took some financial literacy courses through this program. She was able to save enough money, and we, through the program, matched her so she could purchase a car. And now she's considering going back to school and asking for some support with a laptop for her education. So, success story, and that's what it's about. Then in the Child and Adult Protective Services arena, starting on page 5, still very consistent with around 80, we have 82 kiddos in foster care. We just had a team meeting last week. 7 of our kids are preparing to graduate here in the next month or so, and we have an annual graduation party for them in June. So it was exciting to talk about who's moving into apartments, who's going on to school, who's doing what, and so those are our kids, and so we're preparing 7 kids to emancipate from our custody, and it's a good thing for them and for everybody. APS, Adult Protective Services cases, we do not see a decrease in those, as we know that we're continuing to see more need for our senior citizens. So steady at 80 cases, and needs continue to be high needs, and they vary. So I just wanted to highlight or educate, and maybe you already know this, but just take an opportunity on page 6 to highlight where it says number of shared placement agreements via ICAT. And so just a reminder that years ago, the Portage County Commissioners appointed JFS as the fiscal and admin agent for the Family and Children's First Council. And ICAT is the subcommittee of the council where JFS, the Mental Health Board, and the Board of Developmental Disabilities, we share funding with families or case managers or teams that come to present needs for kids. So we have been doing this for a year. We continue to do that. A lot of times they're presenting needs for kids to go into treatment facilities, and so we still see a great need. So we are still funding. Not every child that's presented has a developmental disability. Sometimes they have developmental disability, some mental health challenges, but JFS is at the table for all the placements. So I'm not gonna critique it other than just to make you aware that we're funding and following about 11 kids in our community that are not in our custody, but we're supporting their families. And it's a part of like a prevention program too, because nor do we want to have kiddos have to come into our custody because families are unable to get them the services they need. And so anyways, I just wanted to highlight that for you all. And then in our child support division, we still very consistently have about 6,900 active child support cases, and we're still issuing about $1.5 million each month in child support payments to families. And while it said at the end of February we had 177 employees, as of today it's 179. We started a small group of new employees just last week. That is the data report. Do you have any questions, concerns, anything I can assist you with?
Commissioner Crawford?
No, thank you, Kelly Jo,
Commissioner
for
Bennett?
providing this
No.
every month.
I've got a ton,
You have a what?
a ton.
A ton of questions?
Oh, jeez.
So I was gonna remind you, you said you liked me. I was your favorite person. I'm not gonna read through the annual report at all, which I know you've seen it before this packet, when we send up publications to you, but just wanted to hone in on the theme of it takes a village, because in 2025, without the collaborative efforts of our community, where we saw government shutdowns and people struggling and increased needs for seniors, we would not be able to do what we do without the village in Portage County. So that's the theme throughout, and I just wanted to make sure you had a copy of that. And the next is our senior forum. So for over a decade, we used to do one a year. Job and Family would host one a year, and because of the AARP surveys and lots of things that senior citizens have shared with us of being more connected, we decided through the 50+ committee to now host 2 senior forums, one in the spring and one in the fall. So this one in the spring, we are holding at the Streetsboro Community Center on April 22nd. And we're highlighting the Good Deeds program through the courts. Social Security Administration will be there to speak about their services. Diana Clark and her team on the Guardianship Services Board, and then our JFS team will be there to talk about Medicaid and long-term care options. So we're excited for this collaborative, and it'll be well attended, I'm sure. Not promoting our levy and asking for your vote. I'm just you all had wanted me to make sure that when you approved us putting it on the ballot that we had the data that the public's gonna need. So this is a publication that through our 50+ committee we collaborated on. The first section really talks about the tie to the levy and JFS. But we also really did highlight not just like the increased need in adult protective services, but the Portage County Guardianship Board gave their data as relates to their increased cases. You can see Catholic Charities provided their data as far as what they're seeing, as far as the needs there. I thought one of the data points that was so profound was that Anne Marie Noble talked about 40% of those that seek shelter are senior citizens. So 40% of those in the shelter being in senior age is a pretty profound number. So anyways, we are out in the community talking more about just what's going on as it relates to our seniors and needs, but you just asked for the status, so I provided it to you to see what we created. Is that good there?
Very nice.
Okay. And then April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and we planted pinwheels this Tuesday in front of your buildings. So if you see the blue pinwheels, who was out to plant with us was our CASA volunteers and team and Bikers Unbroken. It's a motorcycle group that came out, and then our JFS staff. And one of the members of, and our 7th floor team members came down too. I don't want to forget them. One of the members said, what is the significance of a pinwheel? And so I thought, I don't really have the detailed part of history, so I found out, and I just wanted to share that quickly. In 2008, so 18 years ago, Prevent Child Abuse America introduced the Pinwheels for Prevention campaign. So it's been going on for 18 years. And it says that the pinwheels represent childlike whimsy and lightheartedness, and the vision that we live in a world where all children can grow up happy, healthy, and prepared to succeed in supportive families and communities. So that is the significance of the pinwheel, and it's all over America, and I just wanted to share that with you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then if you feel compelled, if you would love to wear blue on April 8th, which is next Wednesday, you can show your support for Child Abuse Prevention Month. And also you can send pictures to Audrey Riley, or she could come up if you're in and take a picture of you in blue and post it on our website. And then we are also hosting our annual Family Fun Day, May 16th at Brown Middle School. Even though it's not in April, it still ties to our theme, and we have speakers and giveaways, and we just really bring families together and educate about safe and healthy families and supporting children. So those are our initiatives.
Good.
And that is my packet. And if you didn't get a pinwheel pin, I brought some.
I did, it's on my blue jacket.
Okay.
And shoes,
Do you want a pin?
please.
Okay, Commissioner.
I
Okay,
have
there.
one, thank you.
Yeah, I don't
You don't prefer.
steal.
I give you a
Oh,
pen.
steal
Thank you,
one.
Kelly.
So
Oh, that's
welcome.
lovely.
They were stealing.
Isn't that nice?
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
What a nice report.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yay. It takes us 3 minutes to public comment.
Hmm.
And then we got, and Kelly Jo, you gonna hang out so that,
Yes, please.
we have someone from the Secretary of State, Dustin, who wants to present you with a proclamation.
Yes, I will hang out. Can I sit in this chair still, or do you want me
Yeah,
to move into the
stay
gallery?
right there.
I had invited Kaylin to come, but she's at Leadership Portage County today,
Yeah.
so she'll be here in spirit. But they have 2 more sessions left, and she could be with us.
Commissioners, Dustin is running a little bit late, he is stuck in traffic, so
Yeah.
he will be closer to 11:30.
He'll be by himself.
He said he didn't wanna hold you guys up, so he said he would still come up here to give you the proclamation, but he didn't wanna hold up the meeting and everything.
That's fine.
So, I
Thank
told
you.
him I'd let you all know.
Or we could take him down to present to Kelly Jo.
That's what he
actually.
brought that up too. He asked if
Yeah.
Kelly, or if
Yeah, he
Kelly
should really
JFS was
present,
in
yeah.
the building.
He can come up here, but,
Maybe we can do it in an area where some of our team members are at too, so they could see.
Sure.
Maybe we
yeah,
could do
that would be cool. Do you wanna do that then? Or
That's
we
fine.
can, you wanna do ours
Whatever you
now?
want. I can come back up at 11:30, or you can come down. Or you can come down.
Go down and get some of your team members involved as well. I think that would be.
Yeah,
And
I
the
think-
in the 3rd floor area, could we meet there, and then I could rally some people? You want me to be there around 11:30?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll meet you in the hallway at 11:30.
After the public comment.
Am I good?
Well, stick
No.
around,
Oh.
we'll
Stick
do
around.
our
Ours
proclamation.
now, so you can do ours now.
Oh, there's 2 of them.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Oh,
got
I
one from us, and then Dustin wanted to bring one up for you.
Oh, that's, I feel
Yeah,
very
we can do
special.
ours now. We can get it done here in a minute.
It's public comment. Is it public
Public comments at 11, no.
I'll get one.
We got one public comment.
Yeah, let's do that first.
I believe Ms. Starbucks are only public comment.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Do Do you wanna come up?
Sure.
Do you want me to move back?
No, no. So thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here today. It's the first time I've ever been to a commissioners meeting, and it just opens my eyes to what our public servants are doing every day on a regular basis.
Could you state your full name and your
Oh,
address,
yes.
please?
I'm sorry, Mary Starbuck, and I live at 301 Woodard Avenue in Kent, Ohio. So I came to the meeting not sure whether the resolution about banning solar and wind facilities would be the same as the draft that I had seen before the public hearing. But I'm very happy to see that there's a unanimous support from the commissioners on taking an alternative route. And rather than making an outright ban across the county, that they'll be looked at on a case-by-case basis. So I applaud your move in this direction. It's a great shift, and I think it reflects your awareness of the diversity of the county. That people should be able to make decisions based on the areas, the townships and such. Allows for flexibility and adaptability because we know solar and wind are continuing to change and develop economic opportunity, which I know you realize is critical. Avoiding referenda, which is hard, and it can create kind of an us and them kind of thing. And so it is good that you're looking at these on case-by-case basis. We look forward to seeing how that works. If there are requests coming in, how those will be handled, and chance for public input, which the public really needs more opportunities to experience how government works. And so many of us are we don't look at it unless it affects us directly. And there are things like this that really have a global impact, and we have an opportunity to impact them, to express what we feel on a local basis. So I thank the commissioners and everybody who supports them.
Well, we appreciate you coming in.
Yeah,
Thank you.
And you're welcome.
it's a pleasure. I was
Stop
glad to
back.
Yeah, welcome.
Absolutely.
Every Thursday at 9 a.m.
Every day.
They
All right.
also stream live, and they're also,
yes.
so you can always watch them.
Okay.
Either during the moment or
Okay,
you can-
streamed live, that's nice.
But we look better in person.
Yeah, everybody does.
Well, thanks again for
Well,
coming in.
thank you.
Well, Miss Kelly Jo,
Yeah.
we've been doing well with these.
Yes, thank you. Bye-bye.
Proclamation April of 2026 Child Abuse Awareness Month. Whereas in 2025, 3,190 reports of child abuse and neglect came into the Portage County Cares Hotline. And whereas the trauma that children endure when being abused and neglected can have short and long-term psychological, emotional, and physical consequences.
And whereas child abuse and neglect is a serious issue that affects all segments of our community, and finding solutions requires input and action from everyone. And whereas, in a recognition that children are the most valuable resource that will shape the future, and whereas the Portage County community will strive to create and sustain strategies to prevent child abuse and neglect, and will provide programs and support that assist children and families to thrive. And
Whereas we acknowledge that we must work together as a community to increase awareness about child abuse and neglect, and contribute to promoting the social and emotional well-being of children and families in a safe, stable, and nurturing environment. Now, therefore, be it resolved, we encourage all citizens to recognize this month by dedicating ourselves to the task of improving the quality of life for all children and families, and by wearing blue on Wednesday, April 8th, 2026, and be it further resolved that the Portage County Board of Commissioners declares and proclaims April 2026 as Child Abuse Prevention Month in Portage County, Ohio. And witness thereof, we have hereunto subscribed our names and have caused the great seal of Portage County to be affixed the second day of April 2026.
Joe, come on up.
Joe. It's so wonderful.
Get over there and you might.
I'll get beside, you get to stand by your favorite person, isn't that what you called me?
Isn't that awesome?
I have to keep
Isn't
thinking
that
easy.
awesome?
Why aren't you standing next to me?
Ready? Okay.
Aw, thank you so much, I appreciate you guys, on behalf of our team.
We appreciate what you do.
Yes, we do.
And they'll come down, we'll wait for you 11:30 or wait for him, is that good? In the lobby, someone will bring him?
On the third floor?
Yeah,
Perfect.
thank you.
All right, thanks so much, Kojo.
All right, anything else come before the board?
I would just like to wish everyone a happy Easter on Sunday and hope you get to spend time with your family and your loved ones.
Same here. Happy Easter, everyone. Got nothing else?
Happy Easter, I hope the Easter bunny is nice to you.
Has
Madam
he seen
Administrator?
you in any years lately?
No.
I thought so.
Cassidy? All right, entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I will second.
Call the roll, please.
Jill,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.